Good morning, guys. Greg Pierkowski here for another episode of God, Finances, and Intimacy. Hey, how's everybody doing out there today on this Wednesday morning? We here with a cup of coffee, just kind of getting started for the day. And really what we're looking at and what we want to share with folks this week as we get going is we want to talk about identifying, paying attention to opportunities, not walking past them. And how do you identify opportunities when it comes to your spiritual life, when it comes to your financial life, and when it really pertains to your intimacy, going on in your personal life. So really, here's what we got going on. How do you identify opportunities and how do you not walk past them? That's really what's happening now. As I see days now where they're out so busy in life, they're waking up, they're not getting into a routine, and the routine they have is not giving them time to identify the opportunities. They just get up, they run to the kitchen, they get their coffee, they run to the car, they go to work, they run to the next school event, the next doctor's appointment, they run home, they run to the TV, they run back to bed. Everybody's just running around. Nobody's really looking for opportunities to change. And why is that so important? You got to take time to slow down and breathe. And recently, as I've been talking to a lot of my clients, and Jenny and I have been looking at things that are happening in the world, and I don't watch too much news, but I see enough that's out there to where I see that people aren't paying attention to the right opportunities. That's the other thing is, one, are you slowing down your life enough to see opportunities to change your spiritual life, to get closer to God, to spend some more time getting up early in the morning and worshiping, whether that's reading, whether that's meditating. That's really important. Taking an opportunity to just get closer to your soul, to listen to what's happening inside of you, to hear that voice inside of you so you can take that and move throughout the day. Are you taking that opportunity? That opportunity in the morning is a really important time for everyone to get started. And I was never always good at taking opportunities in the morning because, I used to love to sleep. I used to love to sleep in. But then I started identifying that waking up at 5 and 6 o'clock in the morning creates so many more opportunities that I was letting go by. And I didn't see the opportunities because I wasn't there. So often we look at the people around us that are successful and they're making money and they look spiritually happy and their marriages look good and their life just looks so balanced. We look at them and go, well, gosh, they just got lucky. Well, that's just how, life just happened for them. They were just in the right place at the right time. Well, what they really truly did is they took opportunity in their schedules, in their time. And we started to understand, that wealthy people don't sleep a whole lot. You need to get the sleep that you're required to have health for your body. That's important. That 8 hours of sleep can work. But I'm finding out more and more that opportunity that a lot of folks out there that are running, that are successful, finding new opportunities all the time. They aren't sleeping as much. And, that's okay. You can do that by taking some things into your life and really creating a better version of yourself. So let's talk about this first. How do you identify an opportunity? And how do you start to step back and really stop what you're doing and seeing that if you're not finding opportunities in your current path, your journey, your routine, then first of all, you need to stop and identify that and go, okay, where I'm going is not where I want to go. I'm not happy with the path I'm in. And if you are, that's great. And keep on that journey. I'm not talking to you then. I'm talking to the folks that are in their path right now, in their journey, in their walk, that are just stuck and they're not seeing change. They're not seeing new opportunities pop up in their life. And it's because of some things they're not doing. So here's the first thing you can do. And you can take some notes this morning. I would write this down. First of all, how do you find new opportunities? Well, you first want to start waking up early in the morning. Get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. Get up at 6 o'clock. Well, me, I tell you what, starting to wake up at 5 o'clock and 6 o'clock, those are better. So, get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. And if that's too early, get up at 6. But get up early in the morning, 5 or 6 o'clock, and go down to your office. Go to your kitchen. Go to your quiet spot in your house away from everybody that's sleeping. And start your day off. Get yourself cleaned up. Get your coffee for the day. Get cleaned up, shower, shave, and get clean for the day. Start a meditation. Go in and find a place where you can quietly meditate. Take 15 minutes to a half an hour. There's some nice coaching on YouTube that you can go for quiet meditation. There's meditation for business. There's meditation to get your morning started. There's some great meditation music. But meditate every morning. Get up, get yourself cleaned up, get running for the day. Take some time and meditate for 15 to 30 minutes. See, if you get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, you're able to do that. Get up early. There's more time in your day for opportunity. Now you've got the opportunity to get grounded. That meditation brings peace. You can listen to your voice inside of you. You can hear your soul speaking to you. You can feel the energy around you. That right there will create new opportunities around you. It's an awesome change, guys. I know it's strange, but that's the first thing. So one, get up early. Secondly, add meditation to your routine. Then after that, write down your goals for the day. You should have done that the night before. But if you haven't, that particular morning, write down what you want to accomplish that day. Before the day even starts, before everyone else is getting up, write down what you want to accomplish that day. So you have a path in the direction that you want to go. And through that, you'll find new opportunities that you didn't see before. Now, after that, once those opportunities or those things that you want to do throughout the day start to show themselves, you've put them in order, you've made a priority of what you want to do, you've got your mind clean because of meditation, you're calm, you're peaceful. Get a vision board. Get a vision board up. If you don't have one, take the time to put a vision board together. Put it up in your office, put it up in your bathroom, put it up in your bedroom, put it to where you can read that vision board every day. I read mine 3-4 times a day. I see it, as I'm walking through my office, I'll stop and look at things that start to absorb. If you don't have a vision in front of you of what you expect to have, not a wish, not a I hope to have this, or maybe one day I will, or just a goal just because somebody, like me is telling you that you should have goals, but a heart's desire that you put in a vision board, that you know yourself that you're going to have. You're going to have that. And it's a matter of time that you're going to have that. Understand that putting those visions in front of you, those are going to start to open up opportunities, because your hearts are going to start to get more excited. Your soul is going to start to identify what's happening in your body more. Later we can talk about that. You're going to start feeling more energized. You're going to start talking better to yourself. Every morning I look at my vision board and I tell myself that today I expect great news. And today I have great news coming. I expect great news today. Today I have great news coming. Those are things that I tell myself every day. People know me, they like me, they trust me. Start talking positive to yourself. It all starts in the morning on creating an opportunity, finding doors that weren't there before, that were there before even, that you didn't see. Now, when you start changing your mindset and you start placing that vision board on creating your finances, how do you want to change your finances? Start talking about those things into reality. How do you want to improve God in your life? How does God fit into your life? Take some time to read, and whatever you want to call it, whether it's fellowship, whether it's worship, whether it's simply reading a book, find some leadership books, some spiritual books. You can always start with a lot of people want to start reading the Bible. They can do that, but that can be overwhelming at times. Reading the Bible to some folks by themselves, that can be a bit overwhelming. But if you're going to read the Bible, start at the beginning of it and just read it just like a book, page by page. And if you're not sure the Bible's something that's a real book, read it anyways. There's a lot of good knowledge in there. I'm speaking to Christians right now, but I'm also speaking to folks that maybe they're atheists. Maybe you don't believe the Bible's an actual book of truth. But you know what? It's a book of knowledge. So for Christians out there, continue to read that book. For folks that are atheists, that's okay. If you have a different path, still pick up that book as a Bible and read it as a knowledgeable book, because it will help you grow. Every leadership book that I've read, I was figuring out the other day that, between the age of 26 and 30, I read, almost 1,000 books, and they were all different leadership type books. And every one of those books, they were somehow going back to the Bible. And again, that's okay. So I'm encouraging. You normally hear people talking about read the Bible, it's God's word, it's Christ's words, and it is. I am speaking to the Christians. But for those that say, listen, Greg, I don't believe that's the word of God, I believe it's just a good book, then fine. Pick it up and read that book, read the Bible. Either way, it's going to help you grow closer to your relationship, to what you recognize, whether it's Mother Earth, whether it's the universe, whether it's Christ, whether it's God, whether it's Buddha, whatever that is. Those books are going to start to bring you closer. Now, when you start doing that, it's going to start identifying things inside of you, and you're going to start hearing different things speak to you inside. That's your soul. And we can talk with you about that later. But reading those books in the morning before you get started, see, a lot of people say, well, Greg, I don't have a lot of time to do all that stuff before work. Well, I didn't either. When I start waking up at 5 and 6 o'clock in the morning, when I don't wake up that early, my day doesn't have as much time in it. I can't get as much stuff done as I would like to do. But you're getting up at 5 and 6 in the morning, you've got so much more time to get that stuff done. You can meditate, you can read, you can look at your vision board, you can plan your day, you can find doors of opportunity of where you want to go. Now, you'll be shocked that as your day starts going and you continue to do this, as you move through the day, opportunities are going to start to show. Doors are going to start to open because you've changed your attitude. You've changed your mind on how you look at things. You're allowing your soul to take over rather than having your mind lead. And opportunities, I can tell you guys, are going to start to show up right now in your life. You continue to do that. God is going to, that opportunity there, that feeling inside, that spiritual feeling, that feeling of peacefulness, that calmness, however you want to recognize that, you're going to start to feel that swell up inside you, and you're going to feel that warmth of energy. See, that's another thing, is everything around you is energy. We're built of a big source of energy. That's all we are. And the energy that we put out is the energy that we're going to get back. And the energy that we stay around is the energy that we're going to generally receive. So opportunities as well, as you go about your day and you start looking at your life and you're seeing that your opportunities aren't showing their face as what you would like to, and you're looking in that group of friends that you're with, or that social group that you hang out with, or that church that you go to, or whatever, maybe the job that you're at. If your opportunities aren't opening up different opportunities and you're just stagnant and staying where you are, you maybe need to change your opportunities. You maybe need to walk away, to walk away from some of the friends in your life. Maybe you need to walk away from maybe you need to get a different job. Maybe it's a different church. Maybe you need to get some new habits. But if you're staying around that environment and your environment's not increasing and you're desiring it to, you see, the 5 people you hang around are the 5 people you're going to become, Jenny. The story goes, if there's 5 drug dealers into a room and a 6th person walks in and starts hanging out with them, there's your 6th drug dealer. If there's 5 successful entrepreneurs, business owners in a room, and that 6th person walks in and starts hanging out with them, there's your 6th successful entrepreneur. Because you're going to start picking up those habits. You not only want to create value, but you want to be value as well. So finding doors of opportunity can be tough, because those friends that at the barbecue that you're going to on the weekends that are popping the beer, maybe going to the bars at night, going to the bowling alley, if that opportunity is not what you're looking for, for your wife, for your children, and sitting in front of those Netflix and those Amazon Primes and those Hulus, if that opportunity at night's not creating more wealth in all areas of your life, then you need to change. You need to get out of that opportunity. Turn the TV off. Stop worrying about what's going on in the White House and start worrying what's going on in your house. Quit watching the news all the time. There's nothing out there that you really need to have to pay attention to. It's going to change your life. Believe me, if there's anything really important you need to know, you can walk through any grocery store or gas station and somebody's going to tell you. Start paying attention to what's going on in your house and not so much at the White House. Don't get wrapped up with living on the news. Or even, sports are awesome. I got this Michigan here, on my chair, but I don't watch sports a whole lot anymore. I catch up on it every time. But being involved in, spending time at all those sport events, watching sports every Monday or Saturday or Sunday, social events once in a while are fine. But if that's just part of your life, that, man, every year at football time, I know Michigan people, some of the Michigan football people, they just shut their life down and everything is football. Boom. Nothing. Kids events, everything. Man, we're going to the football game. Coming over to the football game. That's all you hear about. But they're not making any money. They're not helping their marriage. They're not helping their self inside. They're not helping getting closer to God. You got to find out what's going to really help you and your family to get the things you want. You can live a life of abundance. You can have those nice houses. You can have those nice cars. You can have nice college funds to pay for your kids. You can have $1 million a year flowing into you on an infinite basis through various sources of income. You can do that. So many people just, they look around the world and they think, well, opportunities are for the next guy. Well, you're not allowing yourself to grow in those opportunities. When you start to change your routine, and not make it a routine, but make it a new journey, a new daily opportunity. And knowing that you get to do things, not that you have to do things. Well, I have to go to work. Well, I have to go to that football game. Well, I have to go to that barbecue. Well, whatever. You don't have to do anything. When Jenny and I speak of things, we get to do stuff. We get to wake up. We get to go ahead and start our day. We get to go work. We get to go build a business. And we get to build various sources of income. We get to be a part of other people's lives. We don't have to do anything. And nobody has to do anything. You get to. And that's what we're really excited about. So finding opportunities, the biggest thing, that I'm going to hone down to here, and I'm going to pull it to, is I get some coffee. Finding opportunities and identifying opportunities. First, you're going to have to look in the mirror. And if your routine, your daily journey is not bringing you closer to where you want to go, or if you've given up on life and just said, listen, because of what's happening in the world, I'm just not going to be able to change it. Stop watching the news. Turn the news off. Shut the TV off. I know some folks that are on TV shows. I know some folks that are, that are doing sitcoms. And I'm not, as I talk with, these people that are on TV, I ask them, do you watch TV? And they say no. And I ask them why. They said, because there's nothing on there that we need to know. That's their job. They don't go back to their job. So start to get your mindset in a better place. Guys, I can promise you this, that if you stop worrying about what's going on in the world and start worrying on what's going on in your world will start to change, and the rest of the world won't really matter. When everyone was worrying about gas prices and stressing about gas prices and talking about it at the pumps and talking about it at the grocery store, it's all we heard, gas prices. People would ask me, can you believe the price of gas? And I'd go, I don't know. I'm literally standing at the pump, not even paying attention to it, because it didn't matter. It Didn't matter how much money I had or didn't have. Either way, I needed gas. So why worry about angering myself when I go to the pump? It just didn't matter. Well, gosh, have you seen the price of groceries going up? I don't know. Either way, I was going to have to purchase those things. You see, nothing's expensive and nothing's cheap. Everything just has an investment to it. And when you get that mindset that nothing is expensive and that nothing is cheap, that everything just has an, has an investment, and does that investment fit in my budget? Opportunities and doors start to open. Your mind starts to see things differently. The dollar is, you're going to figure out the dollar is just an illusion. It's a way that we just exchange on how we have to operate today. And that changes up and down. Now, the dollar is important, but how you look at that is how opportunities are going to start to show up in your life. How you're holding on to things in your life that don't really matter. Holding on to money is not a good thing. Now, investing it, saving it, things like that, investing it wisely, those are all great things. But just holding on to it because you have a fear that it's not going to be there, it's not going to be there. So how do doors start to open? How do you find opportunities? It all starts by changing. You're starting out with yourself by looking in the mirror and simply figure out, who do I want to become? And I'm gonna end it with this thing, because finding new opportunities are going to be all within you. And when you change you and you decide you want to get around a new group of people that aren't helping you get to where you want to go, that circle of friends will show up. But you're going to have to change yourself. You're going to have to change what you do, how you're doing it, how you're thinking. If you want to find a new opportunity, you're going to have to change the opportunity you have now. If you want to find a new door to open, you're going to have to start walking a different path, or opening your eyes, because you're walking past doors that are there and you're not seeing them because you're looking through the wrong set of glasses, the wrong mindset. So I'm going to end you with this, guys. I tell you what, we're super excited about how we're doing things and how we're growing and how we're watching the world grow. And, opportunities for folks that have a job, I'm going to tell you this, don't ever depend on one form of income. If you're working as a father and your wife's out doing some things and she's taking care of the kids, she's got a job as well, she's taking care of her kids, dads, don't ever depend on one form of income. Don't ever do that, because if that income goes away, what happens to your families? You've got to understand that successful people have various forms of income, whether it's a passive income or not. And you can do that still having, in the general world, working as a job. You can do that. So that's how other doors are going to open up too. Don't think because, I just have a job that, I'm not going to be able to have a second form of income. Well, you might want to sit down with your family and your wife and your kids and say, listen, I want more for our family. I want more opportunities for our family. I want to continue to live a great lifestyle. And I want to be able to help you guys as you get older, kids and my wife. So you can let them know, listen, I may have to, be gone a little bit more at night once in a while. Instead of going to the football games and the barbecues and the bowling alleys and the bars, guys, there's another business opportunity I'm going to take a look at. I'm going to have my job during the day, and I'm going to take a couple nights a week. And I'm going to start building a second opportunity. So now I have my job, and now I have another opportunity. And from that, other opportunities may grow. So now you've got more than one opportunity. If you're really worried about the news and you're really watching the news out there and you're getting caught up what's going on in the world, then you'd be the first one to go, yeah, I need more income. I need a second job. But it's not a second job you're looking for. You're looking for an opportunity, something you have a passion for, something that excites you, that wakes you up, that when when you leave work, you want to go to that opportunity, something you're in charge of, that you can work with a team of people. That's important. So changing your mindset, changing your attitude, changing your daily routine, that's how you're going to see different doors open up, and you open up to that. So I'll leave you with this, and we're going to wrap up because Jenny and I got some opportunities that we're going to head out to. And she's going to pop in to say hi real quick.
Hi, guys.
She's right
Sorry,
here.
I was not here.
She's doing some other opportunities today.
Yes.
So, but we're
and plus I'm fixing my Facebook right now. But it can't be fixed right now. I have to wait.
Yeah, she's doing some Facebook stuff. She does that social media stuff. So we're going to leave you with these last 3 questions. I want you to ask yourself, when looking at doors of opportunity, ask yourself, what do you want? Identify what you want. Identify when do you want that?
Right now.
And now the last one, what are you willing to give up to get it? You may have to give up some of those friends.
You have to.
Maybe that job. Maybe that bowling alley, maybe that football, maybe whatever it is. What do you want? When do you want it? And what do you want to get? Guys, we love you. I appreciate all you guys watching, supporting us. Send us out to your friends. And achieving your goals at breakneck speed is something we've done, and we continue to do, guys. Have a blessed day.